King's Gambit's been very hard in the market. Ready to go now. Gates are back, they're off and racing. Barber was a little bit tardy out and King's Gambit being snagged back to last, and Royal Tribute jump fast together with Osmosis, and they're at it again early. Balkans away well, lands in third in front of Mexico. Barber on the improve from Celestial Legend. A gap to Namesake, and King's Gambit's gone down to the rails as they go into the first turn, and Clark trying to go as slow as possible here on Royal Tribute under a good tight grip, leads by a neck here on Osmosis. Balkans with a good trail third in advance of Mexico, 2 lengths into Barber. King's Gambit improving on the rails, put Celestial Legend a length behind him, and Namesake is last on the fence. Coming to the turn, it's Royal Tribute, a neck in front to Osmosis, then Balkans followed by Mexico. King's Gambit a ride for luck on the fence, getting a lot of room as well. King's Gambit as they straighten up, 350 out, Royal Tribute in front. Osmosis is trying to get on terms. Osmosis draws level with him now. King's Gambit the fence running it okay, then Mexico, and wider out is Barber. King's Gambit up the fence from Mexico, then came Osmosis, but it's checkmate. King's Gambit home today. King's Gambit beat Mexico. I think Royal Tribute third, just in front of Osmosis, then Celestial Legend, Barber, Balkans and Namesake.
He's done something today a lot of people thought he could do. He's gone on with it, and he's won the Roman Consul. Right along the fence, Tommy Berry, first ride on this colt by I Am Invincible, has beaten a very good field and stamped himself as a very good 3-year-old. He'll beat Mexico and Royal Tribute.
Not just a good horse, a great ride. A great ride. He just snagged him at the start. He found Barber's back. They all left the fence, I don't know why, otherwise it might have turned ugly. And I'm interested to see what time he's run. I think there's what's the class record's a long-standing one there, so he might have gone close looking at that race to breaking that class record held by Sportsworks, but we'll stay tuned for that. But they opened up like the Sydney Harbour out the heads there, and Tommy Berry still had hold of him with 100 metres to go.
Oh, I couldn't agree more, Ronnie, but I think it was one at the start when Tommy was actually able to snag him back and find a bit of cover. They did string out, they did go quick that first, probably furlong and a half, which allowed him to balance up, tack onto the back of him. But then, like you said, once they opened up like the harbour heads, he's just straight through. He's a talented horse, this horse.
Ronnie, timing's everything, and as far as the Everest is concerned, it's just out of whack. It's out of whack. He's run out of time.
He's running out of time, unfortunately, because he just shows what he can do in fast races. He still wanted to get his head up, coming after the start there once he went to make a little bit of ground, but he's still work in progress, and maybe it's done him a favour missing the Everest, but I was trying to sell his cause early on, but, maybe next year, but you only 3 once.
That's right.
Be interested to see what Peter thinks of him, what the next step is, but he's a very good colt.
You stuck with him. You were spot on. 1, 7, 3 and 6. Now they've run 19.16, 19.16, and they've sprinted in 33.33.
Well, that breaks Sportsworks' class record, which is held since 1993.
Gee whiz. All our mob the track record at 1:8:39 in 1997, and that's a long record, but yes, a class record. So 1916 and 33.33. I think we've got enough time to just quickly catch up with Peter Snowden, who'd be delighted with what he just saw. Finally, today was the day, Pete.
Finally, Greg, but I still feel we've only seen 50% of what he can do. He still did a few things wrong, and he's been good all day to the last 10 minutes. Just got a little bit, when we put the saddle on him, he's got a little bit wound up, but look, he's getting better and better. That's the main thing. If we've done all this work, and he's showing no improvement, where he's sort of scratching our heads, but to see that result today, knowing that he can definitely get better, it's very, very pleasing.
During the race, the head went up, and then it came down, and then it'd go up again, but it wasn't for long.
Well, he had my fist on top of his head, pushing him, Greg, to get it down. But
how much did Tommy Berry help out there today?
Oh, because you got to know these horses. You sort of can't get on them here and go out there and ride them like that. You've got to ride them work. You've got to understand how they are and be a horseman. That's what Tommy is.
A lot of people had him pegged as an Everest horse. You've run out of time for that. So what is the future for this horse immediately?
Yeah, look, the Coolmore was a race that Henry and the team really want to win with him. I was a bit sceptical at first and it didn't work, but we might even get another run in before the Coolmore, and that the more racing he has, the better he'll be, and the more relaxed he'll be, and then you get a better product. But he's certainly a talented horse. Once you get it all worked out, I think we're going to see a nice horse.
Great horse. Well done, Pete.
Thanks, Greg.
Congratulations, Tommy. I think the race was won at the start.
Yeah, it was. Look, the way he jumped right into the bridle like he wanted to go, but I had a good hold of him and just had to check him for that one stride. And look, you lose a length or two, but in saying that, it just gets him into a really nice rhythm then. And we know what he can do, this colt. And I don't know how I got all them runs up the inside, but it worked out perfect.
Like, the key to him was obviously to get him back, get him cover, but when they sailed off the fence and he went through, how quick did he pick up underneath you?
Too quick. You could see I was just nursing him. He hasn't hit the front for a long time, if ever, so I didn't want to get there too soon for him, but when he did get to the front, he really went on with it. And it's races like this, Corey, that, as you know, just gives colts like this confidence and helps them with their manners. But to get a colt like this only a week back into riding, I'm pinching myself.
I think the deeper he gets into the preparation, the more he'll relax.
Yeah, he will. Like, he's still a bit hot, but Pete's done a really good job with him, taking him to the races when he's not racing, taking him to every time he can get him to a racetrack, he takes him. So it's sort of tricking him into thinking, is he going to come here and gallop or race or do whatever? But they're very good at what they do, the Snowdens, and that's why they get good colts.
Well done, mate.
Cheers, thanks, mate.